Hey Libras, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome back to my channel, my Ride or Dies. This is going to be a general reading for all Libras, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Because it's a general reading, my only ask of you is that you take it how it resonates. Don't try to force any messages. If it doesn't fit your situation, leave that part of the reading on the table and take the rest. Time is also just an illusion, so just because this video is coming out in July, if you find it in August, September, next July, don't worry about it. Time is fluid. It's all about the energies, right? All right, my loves. Okay, Libra. What messages do we have for Libra? You want to come out? You can come play. Oh, okay. Let's start with these bad boys. Yeah. Oh. It's good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So, my lovelies. Starting out with the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. And you know what? I haven't seen the Ace of Cups in this deck yet. This is beautiful. Like, how epic is that? Take it in, Libras. This is wonderful. So, for some of you, this could be talking about true love. This could be talking about a relationship. Right out the gate, I do want to say, to me, I think this is about self-love. This is about you protecting, nurturing, and filling your own cup right now. All right? And I will say, I say that because I think there's some type of discovery for you, about you, through that level of self-care. This beautiful lotus that's blossoming in this cup, you know, is all about enlightenment. So I think there's some type of personal growth here and some, almost like an unlocking. You're about to blossom in a certain aspect. Could have to do with your emotional body and your emotional well-being. It'll depend on you. Like I said, general reading, take it as it resonates. But I do think that this card is more indicative of a self-love moment more than a romantic moment. Take that how you will. We'll see what other cards come out. You also have the Five of Wands here, which is about internal conflict. There's a couple narratives trying to fight for your attention, right? And you know, I always see the Five of Wands as more of an internal struggle versus like the Five of Swords, which is more external. Could it be an external conflict? Possibly, for some of you. I always see it more as an internal struggle with yourself. Who am I becoming? Who was I? Who should I be? Who do people want me to be? Who do I want me to be? Right? There's a lot of narratives going around. And it's not that any one of them is wrong or right. You know, you're probably more aligned with certain ones than other ones, and those are usually the ones that you should lean on. But it's not that any one is good or bad, right? Like, you can even see in this card, there's a bunch of, like, elemental wizards battling it out. And they're all different elements, but does that necessarily make one element evil? No. They're just different, right? And I think that's part of the struggle going on with you, Libra, because all these narratives are equal in your eyes, right? They kind of all have pros and cons. There's benefits to them all. There's bits that you like in them all. There's probably bits you don't like in them all. So it's kind of, it'd be easy if there was like a clear winner, right? If there was one outstanding option, it'd be like, oh yeah, we're doing that one. I think what's going on for you right now, that's not the case. It does feel very, like almost any way you could go, it would be fine. But again, that makes it harder, because then really how do I decide? How do I choose? And then we have the Strength card popping up here. This one feels a little funny. I want to clarify that one before I like super dive into it, because it does feel like indicative of your energy, but I feel like this Strength card comes from this Ace of Cups. Like, and I'm not trying to say that you're not strong, but I feel like this strength isn't what helps you solve this. This is like the gift by solving it, right? So I feel like you're in the process of building this strength, building this like quiet confidence. I almost, oh, this feels so funny to say. I almost want to say this is the difference between like let's just say that you're like young girl, like going out for the first time, like it's your first time going to the club, and you're just like, oh, I'm putting on my best dress, and I'm like, you're like telling yourself in the mirror, like, oh, I'm so cute, I look so fierce, oh my god, I'm gonna get all the attention tonight, I'm looking na. Like, well, the play that's going on here is the difference between someone saying that because they're trying to convince themselves of it, like she's looking in the mirror and be like, you are the prettiest, like you are pretty, you are pretty, like I know I have those pimples, I know, but you're pretty, you're pretty, like you're pretty. Do you believe that? Like, was that sincere? Like, you're pretty, you know, like you're pretty, like it's saying it to try to convince yourself of it, versus like, I don't even need to say it because I know it, of course I'm pretty. You know what I mean? Like there's a slight shift in there, and you're already a very confident sign, Libra, so that's kind of why I'm like, it's kind of funny to say this, because I feel like a lot of you're like, yeah, no, I know I'm the shit, like I know I'm great, duh. Like, you know, but I think for some of you there is a tempering of that belief. Like maybe you had it, now it feels a little shaky because we're all confused, you know, so it's just reminding ourselves again. Oh, sorry, someone with their loud car radio is driving by, sorry if you can't hear me. Thank you. So I feel like it's just kind of reinforcing that self-confidence. And again, with that self-care moment, you know, you have to show yourself how you need to be loved. It's really what's going on there. Okay. Let's go a little deeper. Oh, we got some good ones. Okay. Let's see if I want at least one more. Oh. Okay, there you are. We're taking that one too. Oh, bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. Interesting energy to have. Okay. Okay, all about that. Ooh, Libra. Oh, Libra. Okay. Alright. Gets real good down here. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles here coming out underneath this Ace of Cups. Beautiful energy, right? We're talking abundance. Your cup overflows, right? You have to fill it first, right? But again, you get to that point where that self-love, that self-care is significant and consistent. From there creates all this type of abundance. And it's going from, you know, like a personal well-being into finances, right? Because when we're talking about Pentacles, we're talking about resources. Now, could that include that? Yes, totally. But it also includes money, girl. So, you know, it's about building that abundance, but this is where it starts. We also have the 3 of Pentacles, about everything coming together, right? Here it feels so separate and divided and you know, internally combative. Once you can quiet this, and you know, yes, it is about coming to terms and making a decision and choosing one, for sure. But I think that really what happens is you kind of love yourself to the point that you figure out which one would make you happiest. Like right now they look equal, but I think through this self-care, when you really kind of love yourself and give yourself what you need in that moment, I think naturally you start gravitating to one of these options. And then there's your answer. That's where that quiet strength comes from, because you just kind of know and you own, like, this is who I am, this is who I'm becoming, this is where I feel most comfortable and most happy, like this is where I vibe the highest. That's what all this is about. And that's when everything comes together here with this 3 of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, I think what you're dealing with may not directly be a work situation, but it has to do with the work situation. The ultimate manifestation of how you're feeling about yourself leads to some type of working situation that leads you to a lot of abundance. Like this little bird who's just singing up a storm outside. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm loving it. Like, you go, little guy, wherever you are. I can't see you. All right, and then the exciting stuff down here. So you've got 2 kings that popped out, King of Cups and King of Swords. So definitely King of Swords, that's air energy, just like you. I think it's this one. Where are you? Yeah, King of Swords, here you are. So again, master of the mind, logical, practical, very, very smart, very strategic. You also have the King of Cups there. So it could be indicative of, again, your emotional well-being and kind of mastering your emotions, not letting them run you, not locking them away and never dealing with them, because here you're strong enough to ride those waves as the King of Cups. So I do think for the majority of it, it is the evolution of you and your abilities. And then we had the Lovers come out on top of that. Now, could this talk about another person? Could this be you and another person come together? Sure, totally could be. I will say I think what's more significant here and what the cards are really trying to say though, for a majority of you, to me this Lovers card, because Lovers is about harmony and balance and union, right? And reunion in some cases. To me what's going on is really the balance of the inner masculine and feminine within you. This is a harmonizing of your own personal energies. Because even if you look at these two kings, you have the King of Air and the King of Water. Air, swords, masculine suit. Water, cups, feminine suit. So again, you have mastery of the feminine and the masculine. Here you have the union of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So to me, I honestly think that this is about kind of getting, you know, your own wellness all in check. Like your emotional wellness with your mental wellness is ultimately going to bring you into harmony and allow you to create this abundance and create this way forward, right? But right now, like I want to say through eclipse season probably, so give yourself the next 6 months maybe, you know, for this to like fully kind of work itself out. But right now you're in this phase that is about balancing and equalizing. Because I want to say for a lot of you, like for Libras, this mental body, this King of Swords, that's your natural energy. That's probably hyper strong. Some of you might be the other way around, but I feel like for most of you, one of these energies is super dominant, one of them is kind of underdeveloped. And what's going on now is you're kind of teaching yourself how to balance the energies out. And it's not dumbing down the strong one, it's about raising up the one you haven't been using. Because majority of you I think are going to be on the side where the analytical side is strong and the emotional side is, you know, a little underdeveloped. Like I said, some of you could be the other way around. Most of you, I think that's the storyline you're going to be in. So it's about learning how to care for yourself and nurture that side of you that, you know, you've probably kind of pushed on the side or ignored, or I'll deal with it later. This whole season is about shifting that and helping you to support both sides of yourself, right? Because just because you ignore it doesn't mean it's not there. So this is about embracing all of those energies and all of the things that make you you. It's all part of you. They're all facets that belong together. And once they're in balance, that's when you're at your most powerful. Like that's why your symbol is the scale, Libra. I want to find this cute little bird. Like he's literally right outside my window. I want to say he's in this noni tree I can see. Like tucked in the leaves or something. So cute. Alright. And while he sings to us, we're going to pull your animal card, Libra. Oh my god, if it turns out to be a bird, that'd be so funny. Alright, so you guys got salmon. Still cute, look at him. Hopefully you guys can see that. So salmon represents faith, determination, independence, and change. Love, all of those things for you. Independent, you're pretty independent as it is. But I think especially with the change, this is about, yes, you are independent. Yes, you're strong. Yes, you can do it on your own. Yes, you can push through, like with the determination. But there's also a level of care that you have to give to yourself. You can't only be on output all the time, right? So at some point, that energy you're putting out, you have to reverse and turn back onto yourself. I think that's where the change is. The determination, the faith, the independence, that's already there. To me, you guys already have it. Some of what's going on, it might have to do with putting that same determination, again, back onto you, being dedicated to also caring for yourself outside of just all the external stuff, right? It's weird I want to say this because it's not something I necessarily feel in the salmon card, But reading the word faith also gives me this kind of like idea of trust right now. Like you kind of have to trust in what's happening, or you have to trust in yourself. You kind of have to trust that this is the process. Like just because it's different or feels weird or feels not productive doesn't mean it is. You know what I mean? And I say that because I feel like there's some of you who's like, yeah, self-care, but that means I'm not on my hustle, I'm not on my grind, I'm just taking a bath, or you know, whatever your self-care is. I'm just throwing something out there. But I feel like I can already see like someone struggling with that and be like, no, but I need to be on my hustle, I need to be on my grind, otherwise nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to fall apart for the 30 minutes it's going to take you to take a nice shower and relax, or the 10 minutes that you know, put on like a guided meditation video on YouTube and just sit with it. Or you could even do it in 1 minute. Like you don't have to, it doesn't have to be an all day thing, right? You know, it could be like when you're grocery shopping and you see that like that treat you just want to have, or you're like, oh, it'd just be nice to have a steak. Go get yourself a steak. Like that's to me, that's what self-love is. It's about treating yourself and giving yourself the care that you deserve. It doesn't have to be given to you by someone else. You can give it to yourself. Buy yourself a thing of flowers if that's what you like. Like that, to me, that's what self-care is all about. And I think that's what it is for you guys. Or for some of you, I feel like self-care feels like this thing that, you know, is a waste of time and doesn't really mean anything. But maybe that's because the examples you saw of self-care aren't the ways that you feel cared for. You know what I mean? Like that's their version of self-care. Yours can be completely different. Yours could be giving yourself time to watch a movie. Could be just giving yourself time to go walk around the block and get outside of the house for a little bit. Like, could be anything. Whatever feels right and feels good to you. Woo! First card out, Labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibrations, enlightenment. We talked about enlightenment here with the Ace of Cups. We have change here with the Salmon, and we're talking to that growth and that evolution. Ooh! We talked a little bit about raising your vibration, because you know that self-love is all about that, recharging and refueling. Lots of growth coming up for you. I love it. We've also got the triple spiral here. Listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Yes, you're definitely in a position of learning, right? But to me, it's learning more about yourself and learning about how you function and what you truly need, right? To feel secure and to build this abundance. We've also got protection here. Strong protective magic for the family and the home. To me, this is more indicative of you just being in a safe space. Change can feel vulnerable. You know, opening yourself up to your emotions can feel really vulnerable. But know you're in a safe place. No one's out here to harm you. No one's going to... Especially when we're talking about like listening to your emotions, no one's in your head except for you. No one else is there. If you need to go to your room and lock the door so you're like literally alone, fine, do that. But you're in a safe space. There's nothing to fear about going there. Right? You may feel a few things. You may have to process a few things. You may shed a few tears. That's fine. That is fine. You are not going to be hurt. You are going to be safe, and you will be held, and you will be okay. All right, my lovely Libras, I'm going to leave you with that. As always, hey! Hi, little birdie. I just saw him. He just flew right past the window. Maybe he was a Libra. He was listening. I don't know. A little cutie. All right, but I'm going to leave you on that note. Libras, I love you guys. Sending you my best. Take care. I know the world we live in is still kind of crazy and chaotic and full of uncertainty. Just love yourself. We're all going to make it through. I know you're going to make it through. You're going to find the right path out. We're all going to make it through together. It's going to be fine. Sending my love, and I will see you in my next video. Actually, your next video, not my next video. Silly. Anyway, we'll blame Mercury for that one. But I will see you in your next video, Libras. Take care, stay strong, and embrace this change. Love you guys. I'll see you. Bye.